I've seen like 51 seconds of this, and I already really... There's so much shit to just rip into.
Yeah, I know.
Like, even
I haven't even gotten to a minute yet, and I was automatically like, okay, yeah, let's record this, because this is retardation, like...
Yeah, this is gonna be... Oh, man.
Retardus Maximus?
No, not even that, Lavitz. That is small fries compared to what we've got here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is going to be mentally... This is going to be, like... Not even a child would write a trailer this bad, I think. You know? Like, children have better understandings of this than these people.
Yeah. At least a child would go, hey, let's see some cool lightsaber fights and, you know, a big bad guy and see someone's arm getting chopped off. You know, that's...
Well, I've talked to children. I've been around children quite a bit. And... Let me tell you, they can be really brutal. Like, I imagine they would be 100% on board with, like, people's... Like, when I saw episode 4 when I was, like, 8, I was like, whoa, that guy's arm got chopped off. That's cool. I guarantee you, that shit would have happened a lot more.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to always watch Star Wars with my dad and shit. And, you know, I think I was, like, 4 or 5 or something when I'd probably seen all of them. Like, granted, I didn't understand a lot of Star Wars. Like, initially I thought, when I was a kid, because I saw Empire Strikes Back first, I thought that when Luke cut off Vader's hand, I literally thought that his hand became robotic because he chopped off Darth Vader's robot arm. That was how retarded I was when I was that age.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I still understood Star Wars more than friggin' them.
You know, the sad thing is, I've seen 3 Star Wars movies in theaters. Yeah. The first one was when they did the 3D remaster of Episode 1.
They did a 3D remaster?
And I was like, oh man, I can't wait. Yeah, they did a 3D remaster. And I was like, oh man, I can't wait for all the other movies to be in 3D. But then, you know, George Lucas sold Lucasfilm to Disney.
Yeah.
And so then the 3D remaster, I think, was like 2009, 2010, somewhere around there. I was in elementary school, so it wouldn't have been...
It would have been the 10-year anniversary, I reckon, so that would have been 2009.
Yeah, somewhere around there. And I was looking...
episode 1 in 2000, because I got it for my birthday.
So, let me think. And then the next one was episode 7. And I was like, yeah, there's some cool moments here, but I was kind of lukewarm about it when I came out. And I was like, you know, I guess... Like, I'm looking forward to seeing what they do, I guess, but...
Well, episode 7 was the very first time I'd ever gone to a Star Wars property going, meh. That was basically my thoughts on it. Meh.
Like, I was hyped for episode 7, and then I came out of the theater like, nah, it was alright, I guess. Wait, no, sorry, I forgot I saw Rogue One in theaters. So 4, I lied. Oh. And then Rogue One I saw, and Rogue One I was like, wow, that was a really cool story. I really liked that. And honestly, I think that's probably the best Disney Star Wars film they've made.
Which one?
Like,
Rogue One?
Yeah. Rogue One's the best Disney Star Wars film.
Oh, come on. How could you deny the greatness of The Last Jedi? Where princesses fly in space.
I saw The Last Jedi. I saw The Last Jedi in theaters, and I was with a group of friends, and the hyperspace kamikaze happened, and my theater was dead quiet, and I burst out laughing hysterically. I couldn't believe they did it, honestly. Like,
when I saw it, I literally went, bullshit! That was my
No, like, it was a good, like, 30 seconds long of just hysterical laughter at it. I couldn't believe they did that. And then they did. And after I came out and I was like, what the fuck happened? And all my friends who are pretty normie in terms of entertainment, they were like, yeah, that wasn't that good of a movie. Like, my friend who loved The Force Awakens was just like, that was a shit movie. So that's where we're at. And then I didn't go to see Solo, but I've heard that that's better than The Force Awakens, or worse, depending on who it's from.
Somehow, I reckon nothing could be worse than the Last Jedi. At best, it might be on par with The Force Awakens, but The Force Awakens was pretty shit. Like, when I watched it, I literally, if I was to put it on a scale of how I feel, it would be probably a 3. But the visuals of it were pretty good. I won't lie. It looks pretty. And that's really the only defense I can have for The Last Jedi is it looks pretty. But all you have to do is take out the plot holes, the characters, the story, anything of substance, the characters again. As long as you take out all of that, The Last Jedi is actually a good movie because it looks pretty.
Yeah, but if you want a movie that looks pretty, there's so many better alternatives. If
I want something that looks pretty, I'll go on fucking Pornhub.
No, like even if we just go, by modern standards, like Jurassic World's plot is retarded as fuck, but it's still better than The Last Jedi's. It makes more sense. Not by much, but it makes more sense. Like,
we're making the same stupid mistakes again. The movie.
Yeah, we made this special dinosaur, and the park is the same. Like, this is the same universe as the first one.
It follows the same lore.
How this fun got funding after like all the people who have died in the past few movies from the parks? Just
although personally, if a bunch of people died in the parks and this was in the real world, I'd still want to go there just to see dinosaurs. Like,
oh yeah.
And if it was in the real world,
I can understand that.
I would still want to go there. I'd never have the money to go there, but I'd still be like, okay, yeah, a couple hundred people died. But I still want to see a fucking T-Rex. I still want to see a Spinodon. A Spinodon, sorry.
Yeah.
You know, Spinodons are awesome.
But I mean, like, yeah, like, if you want to see a good, pretty-looking movie with better plot and characters, like, just go to Jurassic Park, and if you want one that's like, you know, space science fiction, then literally any Star Wars film other than that
you could watch Lost in Space. Watch Lost in Space, the movie.
Or,
you know, the one that was made with
Aliens.
Event
Predator.
Horizon. Like, I love Event Horizon. It's probably one of my favourite space movies of all time because it's literally 40K. And I've been saying it for years. It's like the best way to see 40K.
And if you go and if you're like, oh well, I don't care about that. I don't care about games. Then Soma, just right there, Soma, just go for it.
I still reckon.
Anyway,
well, let's not get off topic too much.
Yeah, let's not get off topic. How far are we in the recording? Like 3 minutes now.
We are literally 8 minutes into the recording.
8 minutes into the recording, and we haven't started. All right.
Oh my god, we are EFAP, aren't we? Although add a 0 to it, and then
we're like EFAP, you know. But if EFAP was celebrities, we'd be like T-list, like T tier at best.
Oh, we'd be Z tier.
No. Trust me on this. Like, I call it now T tier. Like, I'm fairly active on Mauler's Discord, so T tier.
Yeah, I did used to have a decent amount of people on YouTube before YouTube fucked me. Well, Funimation fucked me.
So we can, All right, let's hope and pray.
Okay, you got the con.
All right.
Okay.
5 seconds of Lucasfilm.
And bang, there it is. There's the freaking old.
There's the start.
Yep. There's the start. So let's analyze this for a second. Okay.
So we paused on 8, and the only thing we see is a jungle.
Oh, sorry, I'm paused on 10. Yep, I'm paused on 10. Oh. So maybe you're 2 seconds behind. Okay. So I'll pause it right on the helmet.
Yeah. Drag it back a few seconds, and then try again.
Okay, back to 8. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, we're on the ground of Endor, or on the moon, forest moon of Endor. Assuming.
Yeah, you can tell that they're using the same sound effects. So yeah, this is like they've been blatant. Well, not this blatant, but they've been pretty blatant about how much they want to pander to people's nostalgia. and at this point now it's just like it used to be, oh, we're doing the same plot points, and oh, we're doing very similar looking themes and scenes, but a bit flashier. And now it's literally just, yeah, we're going to the same location. It's just,
yep,
yeah,
just blatant rip off. Like, we are bereft of ideas, so let's just steal ideas from the past.
How can we bring people in so our movie isn't a flop like Solo? All right.
Okay.
You try. This time.
Okay. There we go. Then we got the helmet land.
So, yeah. So first off, I'm pretty sure that's one of the
speeder helmets from isn't it? Or one of the helmets that they wore on there. It looks a little bit different.
It looks kind of that, but hold on. It's okay. It's fucky. It's fucky. It's not the same color as it should be.
I'm actually going.
If we're talking like the speeder helmets.
Yeah, I don't remember them having.
The speeder helmets were supposed to be green. They were like camouflage. Actually, hold on. Speaking of that, have you noticed how Rey hasn't like changed her clothes at all?
Yeah, she's
in
constantly,
like 3 movies.
She's constantly wearing bright white. You'd think.
Yeah.
You'd think
like
after all this time, the clothes would be dirty.
Well, not just that, but like this is clearly clothing for the desert. And in The Force Awakens, you could kind of make the argument that, yeah, you know, I guess she doesn't have an extra pair of clothes up until the part where they get to the Rebel base, and at that point it's just like, well...
Okay, here we go. I'll bring up a picture and put it in the Discord.
Yeah, this is... So, remember in, like, the original trilogy...
This is what the original helmets look like.
Yeah, that's similar, but it's not the same. Yeah. I think it might be actually like a fighter pilot's helmet. But the real question is, where did it come from?
Well, it's
like, whose is this?
Bow around the top of the head, but yeah, it looks very similar. If you have a zoom in of it.
Yeah, but it's not. It's odd.
It is odd.
Like it's the wrong color. It's the wrong color. First off.
Wait a second. Could that be could that be the head of that feminist droid, or is this just hopeful thinking for me?
That's probably hopeful thinking. It looks a lot more like you know, like the helmets that the A-wing pilots wear. I know that.
Yeah,
you might not remember A-wings.
Well, according to Ryan Johnson, A-wings don't exist. Y-wings don't exist.
Oh no, that was the right opinion, wasn't it?
X-wing.
But like, you look at this. First off, where did she knock that helmet off from?
Maybe
like, where did it come from? Did someone just?
I'm gonna play difficult.
Throw it in?
Maybe she was holding it, and she just kind of like, fuck it, I don't need it, and just, you know, she's jumped off a bike and then she's running. So she's kind of taken off her helmet and then she's running.
Her lightsaber on. That's the thing. She was running with it on. Which is a
stupid fucking idea.
Yeah. And notice
don't
how
run like that when you've got something that can slice you straight in half.
The lightsaber also hasn't done anything to the plants.
Yeah, you ever heard of the has she ever heard of the term "don't run with scissors"? Like, this is literally like running through a scissors factory with a giant pair of scissors.
I wouldn't expect that. But
well, she can wield a lightsaber without any training, so you know.
Remember back in the original trilogy, and even like the OT did this, where the prequel trilogy did this, where the characters would have different clothing depending on where they are.
Yeah, so they'd have clothing to suit the environment. They'd wear jackets and
Luke
warming
would be,
stuff.
like wearing desert camouflage. Yeah. He'd be wearing like his desert clothing in the first one, but then when he's in the X-wing, he's wearing X-wing stuff.
Yep.
And then on Hoth, he's wearing the right stuff. And
yep, Hoth, he's wearing
that doesn't happen
Arctic
with Rey.
gear. Rey literally wears the bandages, basically the bandage clothing, and that's
in the Force Awakens. In the Force Awakens, she doesn't change. She goes.
Oh wait, she did have a turban
from a desert
at the start.
Yeah. So like, she's in the desert and she's wearing desert clothes. That's fine. Yep. But then she goes onto a spaceship and she's still wearing desert clothes, and that's fine, I guess. But then
I can
she's
assume that
on
she
like
didn't have time to change there.
Yeah. And then she gets captured.
Mm.
So okay, that's fine. But then she's going out into what looks like a cold planet in her desert clothes, and it just doesn't look right because she's not shivering, she's not cold. She's lived on a desert planet her whole life.
She's going swimming even though she's been on a desert her entire life.
Yeah,
and then she's wearing that clothing. That's not the type of clothing that you'd want to wear when you're swimming. That would drag you down like anything. Like when I did my swimming courses when I was a kid, because you know we live near a river, so it's always good to have good swimming. Like literally, you have to do like 200 meters in clothing, and that basically eliminates half the people that try, because the clothing literally drags you down. Like I had to sink to the bottom of the swimming pool to literally get the clothing off when I had to purge it, because you literally can't swim in that kind of shit.
Like we would do that as kids just because we wanted to, and that shit would be hard, man. Like, but like, presumably this is taking place like more than a few hours after the Last Jedi. Why isn't she wearing why isn't she wearing camouflage?
I don't know.
Why isn't she wearing jungle clothing? Seriously,
exactly.
What happened? Are the costume designers on strike?
No, I think it's just creatively bankrupt. We're 10 seconds in. We basically are EFAPing this.
Okay, we're 10. Well, no, actually, EFAP I think took only 30 minutes on the first one, but that, in fairness, that was the one where it's just like half of it was just Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, they literally could have skipped it. So they spent the entire time on the last 40 seconds of the thing. Anyway, let's jump forward and see what happens in the next, say, 3 seconds. Do you want me to play, or do you want to play?
You play. I'm
okay. Wait, I've just got to check to make sure. Yep, this thing is still recording. Okay.
Yeah. Hold on. Did you see that? Did she?
I got it.
She deflected a shot there.
Yeah, she
deflected a shot there as she was running.
This must be the training sequence that they kind of showed where she was throwing it and cutting through the tree, the last one. So maybe she's running through. That might have been a blinder helmet like Luke was wearing in the first one, like her version.
Okay. Yeah, that would make sense.
Devil's advocate, this may be a part of her training section where she actually does training. This could be unprecedented in Disney Star Wars. Actual training. That
would make sense, actually. Yeah.
This
is J.J. Abrams.
Yeah.
This is J.J. Abrams, so I doubt that, but it's possible. And
I'm just saying, maybe
if they try and make this an actual movie, that would be. But yeah, so she's got a pistol. I'm still upset she's not wearing any jungle clothing.
Yep. She's running literally through the jungle with her legs exposed. That is just whiplash and bloody insect bite central. Trust me, I know that.
Yeah. Again, like,
and clothes immaculate. Like, I'm looking at her blurry legs right now. Perfect legs. Not a bug bite on them. Either. Not a welt, not a bug bite, not a scratch. Like, you run through a forest like that, you're going to get scratches on your freaking leg.
It's the Force.
Of course, yeah. All plot hole cavity fixer.
Oh, there she is. Alright.
Alright.
She's just running.
So she's just running. Okay. She's about to do a big jump.
Jumping. Oh.
And I think
this is the Death Star, isn't it?
No, I'm thinking this might actually be the abandoned spaceship on Jakku.
Well, just give it. Let's take a few more seconds.
Okay. You go playing now. So if we flick between it, maybe it won't get out of sync. I'm at 17 seconds. How about you?
20.
Okay, bring it back to 17 seconds and then hit play.
Yeah, that looks like the Death Star.
Yep, might be Death Star. Actually, I'm just gonna.
That kind of looks like the second Death Star's throne room, almost.
I'm just gonna. Where are you? Is she standing on like a plateau for you?
Yeah, it's 18.
Okay, let's just see. Still can't close her mouth. And then we got Finn.
Hold on, was that a second smaller set of binocular lenses underneath the first set?
It is. Yes. Let me just.
Why?
Let me just drag it back. Okay. Maybe
he only has 2 eyes.
Maybe it's for short range and long range. Maybe their night vision thing. I don't know. I'm trying to pull bullshit up my ass here.
Like in real life, right? When you have a pair of binoculars, you just adjust it so for short range and long range.
Maybe their night vision.
They have a little knob.
Yeah, maybe their night vision lights.
But then why wouldn't that be stuck on his head? If it's night vision, though, okay.
It's Disney.
Good enough.
I think that's the best thing we could do. But you notice that no one has so far in there. Look at Finn. Finn, even he can't close his mouth now. Now, to me, I'm not gonna lie. Finn, I was hoping was going to be the best. I thought Finn was going to be the best character, if you ask me. Because
in fairness, he's actually wearing clothes suitable for the environment here. So
he is. His haircut's changed a bit, so it showed that time has changed.
Time has changed, and Rey still hasn't changed her clothes. All right.
Yep. Thing is, the funny thing is, when you think about it, the rebels or resistance or whatever they are now, they are the most racist, ethnically cleansing group of the lot, because Finn is the only person who's ever taken off a stormtrooper helmet that we've seen what color they are. So, assumingly, they're either like the clones of old, where they're all Maui or Samoan.
From my understanding, they just took a bunch of orphans and trained them or something.
We don't know any of the other people who are under their helmets, so as far as we know, they've gone to a planet and captured a bunch of black kids. So therefore, every time they've shot a stormtrooper, it was most likely someone like Finn from his planet.
Could have been, yeah.
Which means, literally, they could be, when they blew up the Death Star and all those ships and killed millions, like that suicide run literally killed millions.
Well, yeah.
They literally could have slaughtered millions of black people.
Well, hold on. Captain Phasma is white. We saw her eye.
Good point. We saw her eye, yes, but we never know. She could have been a half-caste. She could have been wearing white makeup. She could be very pale from wearing their helmet all the time.
Could be albino. Yeah, good point.
She could be albino.
All right.
Oh no, if she was albino black, she'd have red eyes. Albinos have like creepy red eyes. It's kind of creepy.
Okay, so let's take a look. That's the jungle. We're looking over it.
At the moment, we're looking at Finn there with his mouth open. 23.
I am on 24. All right.
Okay.
I'm on 23.
Yep.
You go.
Okay.
Oh, there's Rey.
Yep, there's Rey.
We're not alone.
I'll just bring that back.
Okay, that is that. Hold on, that is a lot more people than.
There's a bit to analyze on this.
That right there is a lot more people than there should be. If you're on 29 like I am.
I'll go to 29. Yep.
Yeah.
And
that is way more people than they had in the last one. At the end, that really should. So they've pulled resources out of God knows where.
They've had to, yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
There's the Millennium Falcon. I think they're at the Millennium Falcon, aren't they? No, that's.
I think I see Rose somewhere around here, but I know she shows up later, but I don't know if.
Well, we got the.
She's actually in the shot.
Not the Bantha guy. Bothan, I think he is. They got the Bothan guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Notice how few aliens there are now.
Is that
there used to be a bunch more.
Is that a Mon Calamari in the Dead Center?
That is, yes. That is a Mon Calamari. And it's not Admiral Akbar.
Of course not. I feel sorry for him.
He's dead. So.
You know, Admiral Akbar used to be freaking was it not Mon Mothma? The general from the first one, from the first Star, the first Death Star. Tarkin. He was Tarkin's slave for like he was.
Grand Moff Tarkin.
He was literally a slave to Grand Moff Tarkin.
Well, if you watched the if you saw the animated Clone Wars show, he actually showed up in that one, if I remember correctly.
Like there was I never watched the animated ones.
Well, there was a whole arc where they were fighting droids underwater to defend the Mon Calamari. Like it was a whole thing. So. Yeah, like
I saw a bit of the newer one where it had they had these stupid double lightsabers with a circle thing that they were holding on to, and it was like spinning for them. And
the helicopter lightsabers.
And I'm just like, this is retarded. So I watched
the
a bit of it.
I'm
just like, this is kind of retarded.
I don't know why they make them. Like,
well, it's kind of like putting a hat on a hat, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, are lightsabers even? First off, they're not. They wouldn't be shaped properly to generate thrust like that, I would imagine. But also, how fast are they spinning?
Yeah, not to mention, wielding something like that, you're just going to chop your fucking legs off, because you got to know, like, a lot of thing about the lightsaber is you even touch yourself off, you sliced yourself in half, basically. You know?
Well, in fairness, that they are Force users, but that's still completely stupid. That was an awful lightsaber design. They should never have done it.
Most people train with a wooden stick or something before they pick up a sword. Mainly because if you fuck up, you cut yourself.
Yeah, or you pick up like a blunt sword or something.
Yeah.
Like, you don't pick up an actual sword.
Exactly. Well, generally you train with a stick, then you train with a blunted sword, and then you move your way up.
Yeah, you don't. And like when you're fencing, you don't just. Yeah, I don't. C-3PO's here too, so that's nice.
Oh, yep, there he is. There he is, just way down in the center there. I'm just seeing if I can spot anybody else. Wonder if they've got that really big nose lady. You know, that lady that has like the really big nose.
Oh, is that Lando? Hold on, is that Lando in the center with the yellow shirt?
It is Lando, yes. I can.
Oh man.
Oh, please don't make him a droid fucker in this one as well.
Please don't kill him. Please don't ruin his character.
No, please kill him. Kill him so then all the good characters are dead, and then they can no longer be tarnished.
No, lavitz, you don't understand. You don't understand.
Oh, no, they'll come
Force
back
ghosts.
They'll come back as Force. Yeah, you're right.
Exactly. That's the problem.
Oh, dear
That's the problem. Like, remember Yoda? Remember when Yoda was a character who made sense? Now he shows up. We're 29 seconds in. How long are we into the recording again?
We are 27 minutes and 20 seconds into the recording, and
Incredible.
We're not even 30 seconds in yet.
Alright.
Trained by the best. Okay.
Oh, there's Rose. There's Rose.
Like I said...
hold on, go back. Go back to
Rose?
I'm just, it's 31.
Yep.
What's that alien in, like, the... There's like a alien mount they've got in the left.
I might have to
31?
pull it back. I might have to pull it back to 30. Press play first. Oh, that looks like almost like a tauntaun, but with darker hair.
Yeah, but that's not. But this isn't Hoth, is it?
No, this can't be.
They aren't dressed for Hoth.
There's no ice.
They aren't dressed for Hoth.
There's no ice on the wall. There's no stuck. You know, you can tell by the floor that it's not Hoth. That's actually a proper floor. In Hoth, they had literally ice floors.
Well, that was because they carved a cave out.
Yeah,
and they actually made the rebel base there. Yeah.
Now, I've got to bring up thing. Like, Kelly Minui Trans is a very attractive woman. Like, let me just. I'm gonna find.
Well, in fairness, if you look at her here, she looks a lot more attractive than she did in the last one. So, it's an improvement.
Let me just.
I don't know who the guy behind her is, but I'm guessing he's probably going to be her love interest this round or something.
I'm just going to post it.
You know, she's done with Finn.
I'm going to post it in the Discord, and then I'll bring it up so then the recording can see it. But
yeah,
if you look at Kelly Marie Tran, she's attractive. You know, the proportions are all right. She's not overly skinny, but she's not, you know, Rosie O'Donnell. She's. If you ask me,
she doesn't have too much makeup either.
If you look at this image that I've got of her, proportionally, she is perfect. You know,
pretty much, yeah.
You know, she's not bony, but she's not fat. She's got that just the right amount, and you know, look at her.
She doesn't have too much makeup on, so she's got
like even just look at the face, look at the jawline and stuff like that. She's got a defined jaw. She's got cheekbones, stuff like that. But then you look at the thing, and it literally is like, it's kind of like almost if they like injected bloody fat into her face.
It's almost like the IT guy, you know, like if you made the IT guy Kelly Murray Tran into the IT guy, right? Like you just Oh man.
But if you look at her chin, like she's literally got a jutted out almost double chin, and yet in the picture that I posted, you know, she's literally got a normal human chin, so to speak. For lack of it's not a very nice thing to say, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
odd. Know, she's actually got facial structure in this. It looks like literally like they've stretched out the camera to actually make her look bigger than she actually is. You know, like when you stretch out a video or a
looks
picture.
Nicer than last time.
Big pardon?
It's fucking weird.
At least she's wearing something different. You know, she's actually...
Yeah, she's wearing...
I have to admit, she does wear different clothes.
She doesn't look like she's fat.
No, it just looks like... She doesn't look like she's fat. It looks like the picture's distorted.
Yeah. And then the guy behind her, I don't know who he is, but I'm guessing because we actually see his face and he's looking at her, they're gonna...
Yeah, it looks like there's a couple...
Rose is gonna have like a love interest who's not Finn.
Although there's two people there. There's that redhead... I think she's a redhead next to him. So
I can actually see that.
You can't see that?
No. I'm on... Oh, yeah, there you go. Good point. Good point.
Yeah, you see that? They got the couple there. But it looks like people are running away, but... there's a ship in the background.
They're looking towards something, and everyone else is running away. So I'm guessing it's going to be like, oh, the First Order are here, and they're fucking shit up.
Maybe.
Ugh, God.
Or
Can you imagine if we, like, go through this and we just predict how it's all going to go down?
Maybe.
And it's like, oh.
Maybe a ship is landing, the others are rushing to get away, and they're kind of in awe of, I don't know, the majesty of Rey joining everybody while she comes down with a golden halo to bloody force lightning everybody to death.
Oh, come on.
I'm still holding fast to the fact that I believe that all the ghosts of the past will come up, of all the Jedi, and they'll do basically a lightning bending thing from Avatar, The Last Airbender, and do that kind of like force lightning thing, and the lightning will just go across the galaxy and kill all the
show or the movie, do you mean?
The TV series, The Last Airbender, like the...
Okay,
yeah.
I thought you were talking the movie.
All the Jedi are going to do like a lightning bend, and it's just the lightning's going to go across the whole galaxy and kill all the baddies. So only the diverse main cast can actually will survive.
Good point.
It's possible.
Right,
prove me wrong, Disney.
Alright, so people will... Okay, so Poe is saying here, people will fight if we lead. If we lead them.
Is it playing for you, or?
It was. Or was that? And I'll just drag it back to 31.
I'm sitting at 32.
Drag it back to 31 and then play.
Okay.
I hope that syncs up.
Back to 31. Okay.
Good people will fight if we lead them.
Okay.
Okay.
People will fight if we lead them. Yep. So Chewbacca's back. He's got his bowcaster.
Yep. Finn's wearing...
Finn's wearing a different outfit than the last one, I think.
Yeah, he's wearing something different.
So,
yep.
Like,
the collar looks different.
These are actual jungle clothes.
Yep.
They're all wearing actual jungle clothes.
People are wearing the jungle clothes in the background, the rebels that are running past the ship. If you notice, they've got the helmets and the thing.
So it's literally just Rey whose costume hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Which is a stupid choice.
It is. And
a really stupid choice.
I gotta remark, how shit does Chewie look? You know,
Chewie
look. It looks like the front of his head is actually plastic. Like his head is becoming more canine.
Chewie's face looks a little bit squished in too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's been canined almost.
He looks like a dog that has Down syndrome. Odd. I don't like it.
Yeah, it reminds me of my dog after she got the surgery. She was drugged out like fuck.
Oh man, just hit the thing. We need to. We're on like half an hour or more.
Yep. Okay. Now that's
there's the blockade runner.
Yep, that's like in the first one.
That's the Rebel blockade runner from the first film. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Beautiful ship.
So beautiful ship, and the special effects on that look great. But Jesus Christ, This is 100% just remember this. Remember
Actually, I have to admit the forest looks kind of video gamey. Like this
It
whole
kinda
section,
does.
this bit here does look very video gamey in its graphics.
This would be a great cutscene. I mean, it would be a great cutscene.
Well, I'm on the. Can you see the wall or ship or
37?
Yep,
37? Yeah, I can see the wall with like the big, kind of looks like a bridge almost.
Yep, it's got a cannon on the top
like
of
a
there.
little...
It's got the nipple gun.
Is that a turret?
Yep,
is that a turret?
I think that's a nipple gun. From this angle, it looks like the nipple gun that they used on Hoth.
We'll have to see. We'll have to keep going. We'll have to keep going. I think we get a better shot of it later.
That's the gun behind it in the trailer image. So I think that's just a standard turret, like on a battleship.
My question is this the Death Star? Is it back? Is this the fucking Death Star again?
I don't know, but
anyway, continue. We're gonna try.
Telling me they know me.
No, pause. That is not a gun. That is not a gun. That looks like part of something, like a part of a suspension cable.
Okay.
I can tell you right, based on looking at it, that is not a gun.
Okay, can you see that picture of Rey standing there? One at 40.
40. I'm at 40, but just before that, I think.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I see Rey there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we got Rey. She's saying, people think they know me. Nobody knows you, sweetheart, because nobody knows what the fuck you are. Why are you here? What do you do? What do you want? Nobody knows.
I'm just going to pause you right there. That is not a gun. That thing behind her, that's what we just saw. Yeah, that's not a gun. That looks a lot more like some kind of suspension bridge coupling or something.
It's possible, taken from what's behind her. If you look, there's like kind of like the... I'm thinking this is part of the old Death Star, so this is probably just some random part of it that was like linking it. Yep. So, yeah. And I have to admit, come on, look at the... She's still spotless. Like, if you on something like that, there's rust all over it, stuff like that, she's going to have rust marks on her clothing. Like, my old school bus had less rust than that on it, and I used to get covered in rust before I went to school.
She is also still wearing the desert clothing, and it's starting to frustrate me a lot, because...
And she's gripping the lightsaber basically at the blade.
When there's water spraying you want to be wearing, like, a raincoat. Like, I've been on boats before.
You want water-resistant clothing.
I've been to the Maritimes before. You want to be in rain jackets or ponchos if you're not inside the boat when there's water spraying. You want something that's going to
deflect the water, not absorb the water.
Yeah, because that's a one-way ticket to hypothermia land, isn't it?
Yeah, not to mention, if she's running around in clothes like that, she should be more tanned. Maybe it's just because I'm an Australian, and you walk out in the sun for 5 minutes and you're as black as a friggin' struck match. But yeah, she should be way more tanned. If she's only wearing that, she should have tan lines on her all the way.
If I remember from the beginning of The Force Awakens, she had full body coverings, but she seems to have lost her sleeves.
I think she had her neck exposed. I'm trying to remember now, because I've tried to blank most of that horrible thing from my mind. But
I know I know she was wearing a helmet, so
she was.
I wouldn't expect her to be like.
But the moment it was kind of like she was wearing that mask to stop while she was in the ship. But the moment she got out of the ship and got into the dust and the dirt and the sun, she took off her helmet.
Yeah,
she was only wearing the helmet while in the shipwreck in the shade, when that was be kind of like where you'd want to not have to wear it. But I think we're getting.
Now the real question is, now the real question I've got is, because I've been studying materials, what the hell did they make this out of?
Whatever
I thought they made it out of like. It's not rust resistant, which I can understand because this is space.
But there is moisture in space. Shit would corrode in space over time.
But, no, I mean, I can understand, having it not be that, not have too much of an issue, but it's still,
although when you think about it, it's been 30 years, and that amount of rust in 30 years on a water planet, presumably ocean, which is salt water, that's not a lot of rust when you think about it.
I'm pretty sure this is Endor.
But
I'm pretty sure this is the second Death Star.
Did Endor even have oceans?
If you look at the map, if you look at the planet from space, there is large bodies of water. It's just that where most of Episode 6 took place was in the jungle, because that's where everything was.
Yeah, but
that's where the Empire
I don't remember them saying erratic tidal wave seas of Endor. I remember them saying the forest moon, but not massive tidal wave seas.
I can sort of get there being seas, or
well, like, it does make sense. If there's a rainforest, there has to be some kind of mass amount of water.
Yeah, this like, if you look at like, even if you go to just the Maritimes, really, or like whatever your equivalent of that in Australia is, you go there and the ocean looks kind of like that. You don't really need to have a lot of water for that, I would imagine, but yeah, that should be decently deep.
But
so
when you think about it, it is a forest, so and it did seem like a rainforest, so therefore there'd be a lot of water going around.
Now the real question is, if this is the second Death Star, and I'm pretty sure it is, because this is the same scene from the last one where they were like, "Oh yeah, we're going to show you the Death Star from the coast, right?"
Yeah.
But the Death Star exploded into billions of pieces.
Yeah. Personally, that should have actually really fucked up the actual planet itself with all those chunks of steel just raining down.
Yeah, like the second Death Star was about the same size as Endor, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was only about, I think it was like 2/3 the size or something like that.
Which is massive. That should have fucked up the ecology. I mean, we're being pedantic here, but still, these are questions that you need to ask when you have set pieces like this.
Exactly. You got to create the world and then follow the world's laws. What do you think?
40 seconds. What do you think? What's the time check?
42 minutes.
Amazing.
I know.
But yeah, you get really pedantic about your set pieces, and it's still and you end up having really good stories that make sense where things are. So I mean, evidently they should be hiring you instead of J.J. Abrams, and to be honest, you'd probably write a better Star Wars story.
Probably, because I'd actually look into the lore and actually follow the lore of the actual freaking world. But you know me, I'm very pedantic about the lore that I write.
Alright, 1 minute and 58 seconds. Let's go.
58 seconds?
1 minute and 58 seconds.
I'm still
left.
at 40. 1 minute and 58 seconds left, sorry. I'm sitting at 40.
Yeah, left. Not. That's not where I am.
Okay.
I wish it was. Let's keep going.
Okay.
We'll make it. Okay, she looks... Okay, she's got that face on.
I'm going to have to...
Episode 7.
Yeah, what is this with a... Like, I bite... Okay, I bite my top lip when I get angry, alright? It's a weird thing that I've had ever since I was a kid. But what is with this thing? It's literally like someone's pulling a Joker mask on her.
She's almost like hyperventilating a little when she does it too. And we all know that this is Kylo that she's looking at because, well, I mean, let's be real here. Who else is it going to be?
Exactly.
Everyone else is dead. Like, Snoke's dead. Hux, she wouldn't be able... Like, she would just kill Hux straight off.
Yeah.
So, it's Kylo. It's got to be Kylo. But she's, like, hyperventilating looking at him. But the thing is...
Maybe she's all horned up for Reylo.
No, she's beaten him twice. She fucked him up twice. Why is she hyperventilating?
Yeah, she could literally just breathe and he'd bloody basically explode.
Yep. Alright, let's keep going.
Okay. So nobody knows her, nobody does.
But I do.
Oh, but he does.
Okay, he does. I've got to bring up the lightsaber thing again.
Okay, his armor has changed. And again, this isn't suitable for water.
Although it is a bit more water resistant than
it's better.
Leather, but I've got to bring up the lightsaber thing.
But
the water hitting the lightsaber should be making a noise. You know, it should be it should be creating steam and thing. They got this in freaking Jedi Academy, and that game's like freaking almost, I think it's like 15, 16 years old now.
That's got like PS1 graphics as well, and they did that. So just think about that. imagine being in 2019 and having worse graphics than Jedi Academy.
Granted, Jedi Academy was actually good.
Yeah. Also, I actually do like that Kylo's hair is all wet here.
Yeah.
It's more attention to detail than Rey's gotten for her hair.
But it does kind of look like it's been sculpted with shoe polish.
It does. But that's still better. I'll give them props.
There's actually attention to detail.
Yeah, it's like everything. It's like even the background characters. Background characters get more attention to detail than Rey does.
Yeah, it's like with Rey. Let's not harm or misplace a hair on her perfect little head, and everybody else has to be freaking made uglier by or look worse by standard. Look at Kelly Marie Tran. She's way more hotter than Daisy Ridley, and she can close her mouth.
The best part about this is, right, imagine it. You know how, like, when you're walking through a video game, that gives you character customization, and so like you'll have different characters looking different, but your character will stay exactly the same throughout the customized thing unless you choose one of the defaults.
Yeah,
and it's like that. It's like Rey is the customized character, and everyone else is looking like serious and shit, and she's just like, yeah, I'm still wearing level 1 armor from.
Yeah, it's kind of like when a game changes the outfits of your character, but then you select the one where you want to stay in that outfit the entire time. Yeah,
it's
like she's still stuck on default while everybody else is progressing with the story.
Yeah, it's strange. It's like this is the water planet Kylo pack. This is the
a desert outfit. Kylo. This is a cyborg outfit.
It's like, how like certain games have skins. It's like every character except Rey gets a skin.
Yeah.
Even though logically she should be getting.
Did you ever play The Force Unleashed?
I did not.
Oh.
No.
Well, in each area that you go to, the main character changes his outfit each time. Like a junker outfit, a spacer outfit, a surgical outfit. And it goes on through.
So it fits the setting.
Yes, exactly. But then you can actually choose, once you've completed the game, you can actually go through it and just select one outfit and just stay in that one the entire time. And that's kind of like what they've done with Rey. While everybody else is changing with the story.
Well, it's kind of like when you're playing Lego Star Wars, right? And you go through the first one, you have 2 characters that you have to choose, and maybe 3, depending on what it is. But then you can go back and just play through the entire level again as a gonk droid.
That sounds like fun.
It is. It's like gonk droids are terrible characters to play as. They can't attack. They just walk around, and that's it. But they're incredibly, stupidly fun despite that. It's like, droids still attack you and shit, and it's like... It's like you're treated as a threat just by being a gonk droid that can't do anything. It's amazing. Anyway.
Sounds like fun.
Anyway. 48 seconds.
48 seconds. Okay, let's move on.
Okay.
That is stupid.
He turned his lightsaber backwards with the crossguard facing to him.
That is literally like one twist of his wrist and there goes his hand.
In the last trailer, right, we saw him like kill a guy with that crossguard.
Which is stupid when he could just turn his wrist and slice the dude in half. But the lightsabers don't cut anything off anymore. Like you get smacked in the face with a lightsaber, it gives you a sexy scar that changes places between movies. You get hit across the throat, your head doesn't decapitate. No, it just makes a little line in your armor. Like
Finn should have been filleted in Episode 7.
Yeah,
like a fish.
Like literally, like his spine should have been sliced out. He should have to be walking. Technically, what would have been good if they actually put him in like a half robot suit that actually like seals on his back or something. Kind of like.
Or if they just like General Grievous him, that would make more sense. Not even Grievous
him. Like even if they put like an actual like not chest plate, breastplate kind of like steel on him to actually hold his body together and work in place of his spine. Create.
Or if it's just like or if it's just like Lobot, the Lando's assistant in Episode 5 from Cloud City, where he's got like the little headband around the back of his head.
Yeah.
something like that for a spine. Anything.
Yeah.
Anything. He doesn't look different.
Something similar to like the armor in Dead Space. You know, it's got like that spinal thing that goes down. You know, something like
or
that.
like Doom's Hellraiser. You know, the you know, they've got like the cannon on their arm, and then on their back they've got like glowing red spine part. Something like that. Anything to establish the
because he technically should not be able to walk. Even give him robot legs, like robot assistant legs, like a power armor suit to walk around in, so that he can actually use his legs. Because at the moment, he should be like Bran from.
They have so many futuristic tech. They could literally just cut his legs off and replace them with robot legs.
Yeah, even spider legs. If you look at the Clone Wars.
Oh no! Please, no. That was stupid. The way they brought Darth Maul back. Even if I agree that later arcs with him were pretty good, the way they brought him back was retarded. They shouldn't have done that. Anyway, 49 seconds.
I'm at 50. Where I'm looking at. It looks like ships flying in an iceberg. Is that an ice? Is that an iceberg or is that like a floating chunk of ice in space?
Okay. Now, there's a few options. It could be that it's a floating chunk of ice in space. Then the question is, of course, how it formed in the shape that it did, because it should not be that shape. Mm-hmm. It should be more spherical.
Yep. And
compact. It could be that this is like an actual iceberg, in which case the question is...
Where's the waterline?
Well... Yeah, but also, why the fuck are the TIE fighters able to fly underneath what looks like the waterline?
Yep. Not to mention, it doesn't match at the top and bottom, so it can't be reflection there.
Yes. Yeah. Alternatively, it is intentionally an ice thing, like an ice city, like Cloud City. It's like that.
It does look like a civilization on the left there.
Yeah. But probably what it is the space one. Yeah, it's probably ice in space, even though that wouldn't be how it would be formed.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know much about space, really, when you get down to it. And I know that this... How do you fuck this up? They have millions of dollars and, like, 2 years for this. How do we get this?
Not to mention they would have had, like, space specialists and stuff like that on there. But they just...
Well, you would expect...
Like, literally...
Alright, let's...
Okay, we're at 51 seconds.
Let's just...
Okay.
Oh, look at all... Where were all those TIE fighters?
Well, you see, they actually cloned those TIE fighters. The First Order had to retreat, and then all of a sudden they had to use the copy-paste function like a billion times.
Where were they in The Last Jedi?
Like I said, they forgot the quick key button, so they couldn't figure out how to copy-paste. All they could do it was on the Star Destroyers. They couldn't do it with the TIE fighters. Which each thing's supposed to have like 1,000 fucking TIE fighters on it. But let's not get into lore because.
Okay, are you on 54? Are you on 54?
I'm on 53.
Okay, just pull yours ahead slightly to 54. It's the Emperor's throne from the second Death Star.
No, I don't think... No, that's not the Emperor's throne. That's the throne that Snoke was sitting on in Episode 1. I mean, not Episode 1. Disney Episode 1. Because the Emperor's throne didn't have that kind of stuff behind it. He had... Oh,
yeah, but I mean, like that... The actual chair itself... It looks very similar.
It looks very similar, but it looks like this one's actually made of stone.
Yeah, so...
Wait a second. Remember when Snoke first introduced himself, it was all crumbling around him and shit like that, and he was sitting in something like that? It actually did look like he was sitting in an ancient area, initially. So maybe this is the area that Snoke was sitting in, initially. Now, it doesn't look like anything from the games that I've seen.
He's dead. Why are we going here?
Well, I do remember that they said that Palpatine could make shadow puppets, basically, of himself. Where he actually puppeted people from across the galaxy. But that's EU lore, so... Yeah,
that's not real anymore.
Yeah.
And then, of course, that still begs the question of... then what the fuck? Why are we here? What is the relevance of this?
It looks cool. Like I said, it looks pretty,
Oh,
so therefore it must be good.
Okay, so if I don't. So if you look at the throne a little bit more, like when the lightning flashes, it like illuminates claw marks on the thing for some reason.
Yeah, I see.
I don't know why it's there. I don't know how they got there, but they're there. Yeah.
Damn it!
It's a neat detail, but it brings the question of what's been clawing it. Like seriously, what is the relevance of this place?
I don't know.
All right, whatever.
Are they claw marks, or are they just like writings? Oh well, doesn't matter.
Maybe both.
I'm at 54. How about you?
I'm at 57.
Okay, bring yourself back
Watch
to
together
54. Yeah.
Yep.
I think if you actually have the proper version of it, like actually sign in and stuff, I think it works better. But
Have I waited?
that's Snoke's
Did you
voice.
hear Snoke?
That's Snoke's voice. Long
have I waited?
Could he be one of those okay, this is extended universe, but could he be one of those
The Palpatine clones?
No, one of the races that are actually coming in to invade the galaxy.
Oh, the Vong?
Yeah, the Vong.
The Vong?
Or the
Yeah,
Centauri.
apparently they brought them back. And they brought them back in the new expanded universe.
So they literally destroy the expanded universe and then bring back the expanded universe.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely Snoke's voice. I just compared with the Emperor's, and it's not the same.
They're completely different voices. The Emperor's voice is sexy, you know.
Yeah.
I had the Force, but I had no idea.
You're on 57? I'm on 57?
I'm on 57. Okay.
Alright, hit it.
Okay, that...
Oh god, no. No.
Is that a Super Star Destroyer?
No. That's just a Star Destroyer. But still, no. No, please. God. Okay.
Wait,
so...
Okay, I'm just going to bring it back a little bit.
Alright, so
58.
this is...
That is a Super Star Destroyer. That's not a standard destroyer.
Oh, yeah.
That is a Super Star Destroyer, I'm pretty sure. Because the Super Star Destroyers has the big balls, and they're way bigger. They're like twice the size of a...
I'm pretty sure the other has that as well, but... Just for this... So... So you don't really see in any of the actual movies, like, large ships landing on water?
No, generally not.
You saw it in the Clone Wars, but they didn't go underwater.
No, especially not under ice.
What the fuck is this?
This is
coming through
ice. Not to mention, most of the time, the lore, once they were built, they never came back onto the land generally, because it was too much of a waste of power to actually land a whole ship and then take it off. It was easy to send a small pod ship.
Like in the Clone Wars, they had that, but I'm pretty sure that was because.
But they were much smaller.
For ease of deployment of troops onto the Mon Calamari for their aid. So
yeah, and they were much smaller, and it depended on the gravity of the planet, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, yeah, like they were like the predecessors to the Emperor Star Destroyers. But seriously, why do we have an icebreaker Star Destroyer?
I think Rey is pulling it out. I have the feeling that Rey is pulling it out of the water, it's probably a ship that's
I don't think
sunk
so.
underneath the ice.
I honestly think... No, I'm pretty sure with the lights on, that's just an actual manned Star Destroyer that for whatever reason they just had in ice.
Why is there lightning
They just made an icebreaker
though?
Star Destroyer.
Wait, I just got to bring this back.
I don't know.
Okay,
yeah, there is! Is that Palpatine? Pause it.
Okay, I'm just going to bring it back a little bit to the start of the ship coming out of the water. Does
this mean that the leaks where Palpatine like comes back and does Force lightning and shit is actually real?
I'm not sure, but I'm just gonna watch. I brought it back to 55. I'm just gonna watch that whole.
Okay, I am on 59, so I'm gonna go back as well.
Yep.
Yeah, hit it.
Oh wait, I've got to bring it back to 55 as well. Okay.
And now.
Yeah, you're right. That is ice.
Yep. And why is there's lightning striking it? And there's the fucking Millennium Falcon again. Wait a second.
Don't.
Oh my god.
Look, it has the circle disc.
Yeah, it has the old deflected disc back. They got rid of that stupid fucking green one. But the big question is, will they destroy the turret in this one again?
No, Lavitz. The problem with this is that disc was removed in episode 8, or sorry, 6.
Yeah,
in episode 6 they lost it.
Yeah, in episode 7 they had a square one. I know, because I brought one of the, before it came out, I brought a little Millennium Falcon, and I've got it sitting over there. It's being stood on by Darth Vader. It's literally a rectangle one.
Look, all right. I'm sure that while the difference lasted, they made a lot of money with the rectangle dish.
Just like Red Arm C-3PO?
Yep. Also, look at that. Look at all the old ships, you know, all the ones that were there before.
Yeah.
You know, like, you can see, like, A-Wings, I think. They're B-Wings and shit. Yep. It's just like, wow.
Why am I getting Why am I getting the Mass Effect 3 vibe?
Well, you see, Palpatine is a Reaper.
And Rey is Commander
Don't ask questions. Don't ask questions. Just consume product and then get excited for next product.
And Rey is
anyway,
Commander
I'm going to hit the
Shepard.
button.
Okay, hit the button.
Okay, he keeps pausing when I do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Coming together.
Hold on.
Okay.
Pause it.
Was that Palpatine's voice?
That was Palpatine. I'm like 90% sure that was Palpatine saying you're coming together.
Okay.
Also, notice how in this shot, Chewie doesn't look retarded.
He still looks a little bit retarded, but you notice that the Millennium Falcon
he doesn't
looks
look
different.
as bad.
I don't remember that thing being in the center there of the Millennium Falcon. Whatever that thing is. Tony Stark
Was that the
fucking
part
thing.
that got added in Solo? Or am I wrong?
Personally, I've blanked pretty much all of Solo from my memory, so I can't really remember.
In fairness, I never watched Solo, so I might be wrong. But yeah, I don't remember that there.
No, I don't remember that.
Anyway,
and if it was in Solo, then it should have been in the other one, shouldn't it, as well?
Yeah.
But
whatever. We're 1 minute and 6 seconds in, and I don't know how long we are into the recording. So let's just keep going.
I know. I just want to punch myself in the balls whenever I see the.
Oh, there's C-3PO.
Yep.
Oh, they're fighting again. Look at that. Oh, there's a big explosion. I don't know what's exploding.
Oh god, they fight so retarded.
I'm coming.
Look,
Lavitz. I literally just came from that big explosion at 109.
Okay, wait, 109. Oh yeah, that's a big explosion. But let's just go back to where Rey and Kylo are actually fighting for a second.
So that's what, 108?
Have a look how they're fighting. It's literally like baseball bat wars. Watch it.
Yeah,
she does a fancy spin and shit like that. This is literally like the idea of toddlers hitting each other with sticks.
This is how I would fuck around with my friends with like the toy lightsabers when we were kids.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing I used to do when I was a kid with my friends. You know, I do a spin, wee, and that's basically what I'm.
Did all the choreographers quit?
Probably out of
Last Jedi.
Probably out of freaking shame, because Jesus fucking Christ. Like you've obviously seen the Shadowversity's thing where he explains how retarded Rey's training segment is. You know, where she's standing with feet parted and she's there just swinging like a fucking baseball bat, like you'd swing a golf club at a seagull. It's just, you think by now they would have figured it out.
As well.
I'm at
110 as well, and there's like and it like cuts from the explosion, like it fades the explosion into a B-wing or something similar.
Okay, let me just
on the water.
Yep.
Oh, no, that's a new ship. That's a new ship. They just made a new ship. Okay, great to know.
Is it going to be like the retarded salt cruisers or whatever the fuck they are that only work when you're on salt?
It looks very similar. Yes, it looks very similar. I'm looking forward to buying the toy of this one. I can tell you that much.
Oh, same here. Like, I'm excited like hell. Like, you know, when
I am coming.
When I literally made my little model of the snow speeder from Empire Strikes Back, when I was making that, I literally thought, now I need a water one with half a wing and jets on one side, but only like in the center and the one side, because I want physics to be retarded.
No, like, again, I'm literally taking this. I'm literally taking a course based on this. Who the fuck designed this?
This is literally like a sidecar for a motorbike without a counterweight, basically. Like, who puts an engine like that?
It's like a sidecart for a motorbike, except the thing is, the sidecarts for motorbikes don't have motorized wheels.
Yeah, it's literally like putting a jetpack on a sidecar of motorbike, and then freaking firing it up.
It's like if Tony Stark, right, in his Iron Man suit, he only had one thruster on one of the legs.
Yeah, and then
how do you think that's going to go for him?
Yeah, it's kind of like if he had it on his left foot and his left arm, and his right side had no thrusters whatsoever. I kind of remember him spinning out of control the first time he used his thrusters. I'm kind of thinking this thing should literally rip itself apart, especially on waves like this. But maybe that's just me being cynical asshole at the moment. Either way, let's continue.
Alright. Oh, look at that. We see the Death Star.
That's the Death Star.
We see the Death Star.
That is the Death Star.
That's the Death Star.
Let me just scroll back.
I can't believe... Oh, man. Lavitz, Alright, what timestamp are you at?
I am at 1:13.
Alright, well, when I saw that...
And I'm literally at 113% hard. Like, yeah, like, the Death Star, like... Because we haven't seen enough of them yet.
The second one, yeah. You know, remember when they made that again in the 7th one? Look at that.
Yep.
Look at that.
So we've got Death Star, Death Star 2, Death Star Planet Edition, Death Star Water Planet Point
Broken.
2. I don't fucking know.
It's like, you know, it's like when you have the it's like when you have different skins for characters again. I know I've used this analogy before in this exact commentary, but like you have one variation of a character and then you have another, and then you've got like different what if scenarios. So it's like, you know, what if this character was a zombie? You know, like with Doomslayer, with like you've got the Doomslayer, and then you have Doomslayer zombie version if you have the Doomslayer club.
Yeah.
Or if you pre-order, you can play as Demon Doomslayer, and it's just like like that, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of like in the Call of Duties and stuff like that, where he's like, well, what if you played the Nazi version or the communist version, or you know, stuff like that.
Yeah, except it doesn't look cool, you know.
Yeah, like, it's kind of like it's kind of like We Hate Your Childhood edition.
Yeah, I still don't understand why this is in such big pieces. Also, yeah. What are we at for time?
1:13, and we've been going for an hour and 8 minutes.
We're actually speeding up.
Yeah, we're speeding up a bit. I think we're kind of like, okay, once we've established ourselves.
Well, yeah, sort of. But there's also less things that are wrong with these scenes individually.
These are more establishing shots almost, aren't? So we're just kind of picking them apart for a second
and with people running around, like with Rey running around, there was at 8 seconds in, there was so much wrong with it.
Yeah, so much to unpack.
Yeah, there was so much there, and then this is just like, oh yeah, it's the Death Star. It's 100% here for marketing.
Yep, it's kind of like retarded. Next 10 seconds, retarded. Next 10 seconds.
It's just nostalgia. It's just nostalgia bait.
Yeah.
All right, hit it.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
Right, I gotta find my mouse. There it is.
Oh, hey, look at that. Look at that. Did you see that little guy?
Yeah, apparently.
C-3PO. I can't wait.
Yeah, apparently this retarded munchkin fucking Mr. Miyagi looking angry Mr. Miyagi.
What's your timestamp?
1:15. I moved back to see him
I'm going to move back a second as well.
And there's Rey concerned in the background, biting her fingers because her mouth...
Oh shit, she's not wearing her desert clothes this time. She's actually wearing a different one.
And her mouth is covered. It almost looks like she's wearing... I think she's wearing a hoodie. She might be wearing that that black robe thing from the previous one.
Wait, Lavitz, hold on.
Hold on.
Remember the leaks, like the rumors that C-3PO was going to be like a combat droid again.
That's been tried. That's been tried back in episode.
No.
2.
Yeah. I know. Remember episode 2?
I'm so
like
sorry.
The rumors where, but like the rumors where he's going to be like killing people in this is like a battle droid or shit. Is that what he's doing? Is he reprogramming C-3PO to be a combat droid with this?
His literal movement system is too freaking primitive and fucked for that. He's not HK-47 for fuck's sake.
Lavitz? Shut up, you don't know the lore, obviously. J.J. Abrams and his team of consultants who were too busy worrying about whether or not... No. J.J. Abrams presumably has the same team as consultants as Rian Johnson. And when Rian asked them if the hyperspace kamikaze would work, they were like, yeah, sure. And they were more concerned about what the name of Chewbacca's Porg would be. Just consider that.
I'm surprised they haven't brought back Itchy and Lumpy from the Star Wars Holiday Special. Chewbacca's father and kid.
Lavitz, that would honestly be better.
Yes.
I would rather watch the Star Wars Holiday Special.
I want to see Nala and Itchy's space trucking adventures.
Let's do it. Let's make it a movie. Let's make it Itchy and Lumpy, a Star Wars story.
Yep. At least we know that Itchy's a fucking pervert and watches porn.
I know.
Okay. I've got to bring up this fucking droid next to BB-8. I've said before, and I'll say it again, BB-8's design is retarded and shit, but this fucking thing, is fucking 10 times more retarded. It's like literally it's literally like a megaphone speaker on a fucking wheel.
No, Lavitz, do you know what that is?
Retarded?
100%. 100%. You can see like the little grill parts. That is actually a hairdryer.
Yeah, that's it's literally like megaphone. That's the exact type of thing that looks like when you speak into a megaphone.
Yeah, and a hairdryer.
Yeah.
Like at least with BB-8, like they sort of make it work where like his head is rolling around, he's always staying good.
At least in space,
it makes
in space it makes sense. On a desert planet, it's stupid because it's just he's going to get dirt in every bit of circuitry. But if he seals up perfectly, that's. But
and he like rolls around good, and he's pretty good about balance when he's not being
he's got a center of gravity basically, so his head always pokes upwards basically. So you notice that when he goes into space, his head always flicks around up top.
But with the other droid, what happens if it falls over?
What happens if there's no gravity for half a second?
Yeah, like
but
C-3PO
what if it falls over?
I think C-3PO is human enough that he can, or human-looking enough that he can get back up, and I'm pretty sure R2-D2 has like thrusters, so he can get back up and that shit.
Yeah.
What does this have? How does it get back up? Like actually?
Well, okay, R2 couldn't get back up after his thrusters were basically fucked up, so he couldn't really get up anymore. So he normally had to be helped up. But this thing looks like it's going to fall over just sitting there. At least R2 is stable. Yeah.
And at least R2 has some kind of mechanism there. It's not functioning anymore, but at least it's fine there, right?
When I can see... Remember old Robot Wars where it was always just tip the other person over, like other person's robot over, and you won? This thing looks like the moment you'd bring it out there, it'd fall over.
Like, I used to design robots for the robot games in my province, and it was, and you know, like the goal of it was to push the enemy robot out of the ring. So you wanted a robot with low center of gravity.
Yeah.
What is that with this?
This thing's got the highest. The center of gravity is right at the freaking top. The wheel. It doesn't look like it's got.
The wheel looks like. Yeah,
that thing is just going to topple over.
The center of gravity is like just between the wheel and the thing, and it's not even designed well.
Unless this thing's got a massive lower point of gravity where there's actually a wheel that drives on the inside of it.
Or like the wheel is just really heavy.
Yeah, but even so, if you look, it's rounded, so therefore it's just going to fall to the side.
Yeah, it's not.
If I had a tire
Who
like
designed
that,
this?
it's scrubbed on the sides, I'd freaking turf it and replace it. Okay, let's...
All right,
enough picking
well,
apart this piece of stupid...
How long
fucking
did we
marketing.
spend on that one?
About fucking 4 minutes.
Amazing. We are,
It is, but it's so much to unpack. Look at it, it's retarded.
well, the problem is, right? This is a 2-minute and 38-second trailer, and the amount of bullshit they've packed in here it takes us so much longer to get through it.
Exactly.
Like, I'm at the point where I'm supposed to be in bed in like half an hour, and we're not even halfway through it.
Yeah.
We're 3 seconds away from being halfway through it.
Yeah. Well,
Keep going. Keep going. We're gonna finish this.
You're doing
We can
there,
do it.
3PO?
okay.
Oh no.
Who's
no.
this? Who's this sexy thing on the next to Poe?
I don't know, but I want more of her. Now,
Yeah.
Pause. I want... Keep going. I want to see exactly what happens here. Because I guarantee you, this is BattleBot C-3PO.
This is Red Eye C-3PO.
Taking one last look, sir, at my friends.
Oh no. Oh no. Pause it. Okay.
Okay.
So they're running through the thing and they're shooting. Okay, fine.
Yep. Okay, let's unpack.
I guarantee you, that one last look thing at my friends, 100% BattleBot 3 C-3PO. Like, I guarantee you, if there is a part of this where C-3PO shows up and he's like killing people, I called it.
No, I reckon what's going to happen is he's going to go to an island after this, and he's just like, "I just want to die." and his,
No,
and his character will be. They're
Put it
going
in.
to officially kill his character, and then
Lavitz.
replace him with whatever's new.
Lavitz, if my prediction is wrong, immediately after I say that he turns into BattleBot C-3PO and I'm calling it now, you can legitimately just go, he doesn't, he's wrong. But if I'm right, I want you to stick in like a picture of my profile picture that just says I told you so. Like this is 100% going to happen. I'm calling it now. And if it doesn't, then you can laugh at me all you want, but I wouldn't be surprised with the bullshit JJ's pulled off.
If the leaks are right, apparently he becomes fucking Sidious, Palpatine. I mean,
That would actually be worse.
because then they can fuck
Right.
over two characters at the same time.
I want it to be mine even more now.
Yeah,
Like,
personally,
I
I'd
was
like
like,
to see
oh.
I'd like to see BattleBot C-3PO, just because that would be nostalgia for Episode 2.
That would also be stupid, but, you know, let's be real here. What are the laws anymore? We saw that droid.
Yeah.
Edit. We're gonna do it. Keep going.
Physics, reality, law,
Okay, they keep running. They keep killing.
more fucking
Oh.
hugging. How much hugging does this show have to have?
No, the question is, what bonding have these two characters had?
Well, they hugged at the end of at the end of Episode 7, before they'd met.
Which was stupid as well, because she ignored Chewbacca,
Yep.
who she knew. She's like, oh, Han Solo died. Better hug this random kid, not Chewbacca.
And she's still got
Also-
that retarded ring. What is with that retarded ring they keep advertising?
You can buy it at the Star Wars Disneyland for $300, probably.
Probably. But
I mean, you could buy roses.
oh yeah, she's
and
back in
her
a
sister's
desert outfit
thing,
as well
so-
again. And that looks like they're on the
Yeah.
jungle planet again.
Yes. Seriously, why? Okay, and then my other question. I know that this is a little bit late, like 3 seconds late. What a shitty Christmas present. What a shitty Christmas present this is going to be.
It is.
Like, when we started with the 7th one, I thought it was going to be good, and it wasn't. It was like a mediocre Christmas present. It's like, you know, yeah, I needed socks, but I didn't want socks.
Think of how the kids are going to be.
Right.
Like, at some point, there's going to be like a 7 or 8-year-old. He's going to realize that Father Christmas isn't real, and then he's going to get this piece of shit on top of it. This is going to drive kids to suicide.
Even worse. Even worse. Imagine, right? You're a kid. You've seen the first 6 episodes of Star Wars and you loved it, and then your parents take you to see Star Wars Episode 9, like you watch episode 7 and episode 8 with them, and you're like, oh, I episode 7 was okay.
You feel bad because the parents bought you the DVD or the thing. It was the VHS,
and
then you're like, it was okay. Thanks, Grandma. And then they're like, oh, you like the Star Wars? Here's episode 8. It's like, thanks. Why?
Yeah, it's like
the itchy sweater version.
Yeah, it's like when I got the Jurassic Park collection, except I actually liked all 3 of the movies at first, and then
liked all 3. Yeah,
I realized that the third one was retarded, but I still like it.
Oh, it's retarded, but it's fun.
The ringtone bit where the the part where the Spinosaurus is like silently sneaks up on them, but they hear it, but they find out about it because of the ringtone. Is so stupid.
It's just standing there in the forest, like 100 meters away.
It's just standing there, and it's just looking at them, and it's just like, I'm just waiting for them to look at me. Come on. Yep. I love that part. That part is so stupid, but it's so sad.
It bashes through a massive iron fence, but then it gets stopped by a wooden door.
Yeah. See, right? That's the kind of movie where it's bad, but it's fun.
Yeah, exactly.
This is probably just going to be bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but play, please. But my child is being destroyed in front of me again. Oh, she's crying. Did you see that? She was crying.
That was Luke talking. I'm just going to bring him back to see what he says.
Yeah. To what? Hold on. To what? What did you go back to?
I'm at 36 now.
Okay, I'm going to go back there as well.
It's the destiny of a Jedi.
Okay.
What are you talking about? The Jedi need to be destroyed, remember? And you should see BB-8 in a cage.
And this is BB-8 hitting a... So, at 37, it pauses on BB-8.
Yep.
With one of his arms hitting a canister. So, could you please play?
One of his arms hitting a canister?
Yeah, he's like... It got,
oh, yep.
Okay.
Oh, yep. Okay. Oh.
And it's Mad Max. It's Mad Max now.
Okay. Not to mention that canister's top. If you look back at the scene, I'll just bring it back. That is literally a cut open keg with a Piccadilly bottle stuck in the top.
Yeah. Why?
I don't fucking know. I'm at 36 at the moment.
I am as well.
Okay.
All right, let's
hit play.
It hits, goes flying, and there's an explosion.
Of yellow.
This is Mad Max. I'm calling it. They made Mad Max.
They fucked up.
Oh, God. Okay, Finn, Woo. Oh, there's Lando.
Woos, and there's Lando, old and fat.
Look, at least he's the same guy as we saw earlier. He's not like...
Oh, no. Directly below that screen, he's got a freaking droid sucking him off. That's why he's so happy and why Chewie looks so uncomfortable. He's like, yeah! And it's just like...
That would... They just go all the way and make it an R-rated film.
He's back in the Millennium Falcon, and apparently he liked to fuck that robot, so maybe there's like a blowjob attachment or something, I don't know.
No, he's literally just like, suck it, Han. I lived, and you didn't. I told you I'd get it back.
Yep.
Alright, keep it up. We're less than a minute left. Keep going.
Okay.
Your destiny.
Okay, these scenes look like they're just trying to invoke nostalgia, but have you noticed that this might be the first one, but you notice that the Disney Star Wars, they could not figure out how to work in 3D space. Like, if you look how in like episode like Empire Strikes Back and the other ones, they're like flying around other ships and stuff like that. If you look at the Disney ones, it's literally like they're sitting on a 2D plane and just smacking into each other. Did you notice that in thing? Ah, fuck. Damn it. So you have to go, do you, mate? We've still got a minute left. Can you get like 2 minutes left so then we can actually just spin through this? Damn it. Alright, do you want to postpone this until next time?
Alright, hold on. Yeah, so the thing is, before we go, the Y-Wing is back.
Okay. Let's just spin through this as quickly as we possibly can.
No,
because this looks like Nostalgia Invoker.
No, hold on, calling it now. There's going to be more. So we're going to have to we're going to have to postpone this. Just go.
Okay. We can.
Worse. It's going to get worse.
Okay. We'll postpone the last minute or so of it until next time. I will talk to you tomorrow then. After...
Last.
Yep. No problem. Give us a message when you're good to go and we'll watch some more. Remember, 143. But we'll watch from 140.
Just leave it.
Okay.